Good afternoon. The play, It's a Wonderful Life, and I didn't write my usual review for it, but especially the play was fantastic. For those who are over 70 years old and laughed at Jack Benny and Bob Hope over the radios. And those were the days in the 1930s to the 1950s, making almost every American smiling every day.
Live broadcast of Old Town Playhouse of the air. Very good, very good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Having just returned from Los Angeles, having completed filming Dottie Goes Bananas, a Technicolor spectacle, as his leading lady, Mary Hatch, we bring you Miss Ohio 1943, Miss Sally Applewhite.
And here comes that scare baby, my kid brother, Henry Bailey.
I don't like coconuts.
You don't like coconuts? Say, brainless, do you even know where coconuts come from? Why, look here, from Tahiti, Fiji Islands, the Coral Sea.
What drew you to It's a Wonderful Life?
Just that it's my husband's favorite movie, my favorite Christmas movie. I've watched it forever. And actually, about a year ago, it was probably just prior to when the artistic board announced it, Phil and I were at, it was some kind of fundraiser for the Old Town Playhouse over at Garden Grounds Cafe. And he was just telling me about the season. He was naming, we knew Les Mis and all that. And he was explaining It's a Wonderful Life, and that just kind of, that sounds like a project for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of clicked with me that I like things where actors are challenged and they're satisfied, because there's nothing worse than having 3 lines and then you're off stage waiting for 2 hours and then 3 more lines, where these actors had plenty to do, all of them, whether you're playing George Bailey or you're playing, there is no small role here in this show because they're playing so many characters if they're not George or Mary. And I just knew, it would be a fun project.
Yeah, George, but what's the combination to the safe again?
We wrote it down so you wouldn't forget it.
Well, I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you and that idiot brother of yours to spend for me?
And he's not a failure. You can't say that about my father.
George.
You're not. You're the biggest man in town.
Looks like you're ready to get out of here.
Oh, hello, Violet. One of these days, you're going to see that bag covered in travel labels. Italy, Baghdad.
Hey, why don't you come to the dance tonight?
What, and be bored to death? We could go up to Stewart Lake. I hear it's beautiful up there this time of the year. We can swim, and how about we can go climb Mount Bedford. We can smell the pines and watch the sunrise against the peaks, and we'll stay up there all night, and everybody will be talking, and it'll be a terrific scandal. Am I talking too much?
Yes! Why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
Who is that? In my book, I said that my father died a much richer man than he'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the bill you lost.
I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's garlic now. That's what you're talking about. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of our moon?
What's the story on Matt Archibald? I heard that he went ahead and assembled the compositions that he's playing throughout the play.
He chose all the music. I just gave him the script and said, there's in the script it's written transition music, different places, but I said I'd like theme music, character music, whatever you want, and he pretty much just ran with it. He did it all, and it's become such another character to the show. And in fact, he was pretty busy with Les Mis, so we didn't get a lot of him. And when he finally came, and then he had to miss one, the actors were like, it just didn't feel right.
I noticed that he even went to the extent of cutting his hair in the right period of the time.
Well, that was I brought in Patty Brown to cut everyone's hair. So Tech Sunday, she cut all the guys' hair.
Oh, Whoopi!
the works, Ernie. A whole week in New York, and then a whole week in Bermuda. The highest hotels, the richest caviar, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and of course, the prettiest wife. Your money, it's not here.
What do you mean it's not?
Listen. Your money, it's in people's houses. It's in the Kennedy house, and the McLaren house, and your house, and in 100 others. Yeah, I got $2,000 here. This will tide us over until the bank reopens. 3, 2, 1, 6 o'clock, we made it! Oh, I didn't know if we were going to make it there. Oh, Uncle Miller, lock the door!
We brought something for you and your family, Mr. Martini. George and I bring something for all the new owners.
All the martinis? Maria, come quick! First the house will open the gifts. Bring in the kids.
I want to believe that this It's a Wonderful Life was made into a motion picture in 1946. Frank Capra was the director, and that when it first was showed to the viewing audience, it really didn't go over very well.
People thought it was a downer.
Yeah, and that was 1946, a year after World War II came to an end, and it wasn't. There was nothing depressing about it. It was very invigorating, very inspirational, and then. But now, it's listed as one of the 100 best movies, American movies.
And it's probably in the
history.
top 10 Christmas movies. I mean, it's iconic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I think there's like about five in that category of being the most favorite Christmas movies. I always enjoyed it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that Jimmy Stewart I didn't like.
Right.
You know, I mean, the cast was really, really great.
Well, why would you want to marry a guy like me anyway?
To keep from being an old maid.
I was going to see the world. I was going to do things. I was going to give you the moon. And what have I given you? Not even a new dress. Not for months. You could have married anybody in town. You could have married Sam Wainwright or anybody else.
I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
I didn't even give you a honeymoon. We were going to... Your what?
My baby.
Oh, Mary? You're on the nest?
George Bailey Lasso's stork.
Sit down, George, sit down. Have a cigar.
Thank you, sir. That's quite a cigar, Mr. Potter. Wrong? Everything is wrong. You call us a happy family? Where the hell are these kids?
Daddy, how do you spell Frankenstein?
I don't know. Ask your mother. I'm at the end of my rope. Show me the way, God. Where have you been? Where is everybody? Oh, look at this town. I'm back, Bert. I'm back.
You sure you're all right, George? Your lip's bleeding.
It is? It is! Oh, Bert, look at the blood! It's just coming out of there! Oh, Merry Christmas, Bert! Oh, Merry Christmas! Bedford Boss, Merry Christmas! And... Oh, wait! Zuzu's pedals! They're back! Oh, they're back, Bert! And I'm back! Merry Christmas!
With you being the director and all of the responsibilities that a director has, what challenges in putting this play on stage did you encounter?
Well, I guess I was concerned that it for one, it almost seemed too easy. I mean, you have your actors, and they're supposed to be radio actors, so there's not really a lot of blocking, you know. And we came up with pretty much right in the beginning that they wouldn't all five stand there the whole time, because number one, that doesn't help focus on who's supposed to be focused, and number two, it's a little tough if you're not in a scene for 3 pages to stand there. So we put the 3 chairs behind, and the actors just naturally figured when to come up and when to go back, and it just sort of happened organically. So, and then, you know, we knew we were having the sound effects on stage. One of the concerns was there was so much, you know, we didn't want them taking over the stage, and there isn't a lot of room for the actors with them on there. And then I knew I was going to have the piano on. I think my concern was, is this going to be too static? You know, but I guess there's just enough going on, and I give credit to my actors. They're so mesmerizing because they are so good that even though they're not doing all of the actions and really slapping each other, because instead John's doing a belt or smacking a baseball into a glove for the punches and things, it just still captures. I didn't feel it until Thursday night with an audience in there, but I realized they're enthralling. But before that, I was like a little worried. Okay, yeah, this is so easy and it all goes together, but are people going to be going, this is boring?
Mary, you wouldn't believe what's happened to me.
Oh, you won't believe what's happened either. Come quick, George, they're on their way.
Who's on their way? The police? The FBI? The National Guard? Oh, Mary, I don't care. I'm alive again.
George, remember, no man is a failure who has cracks. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence.
What's that?
It's a Christmas present from a very dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right. Attaboy, Clarence. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot and days forgot and signed?
This has been WOTP Playhouse of the Airs presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. The WOTP Playhouse is brought to you this and every week by Bayside Doc's Urgent Care, WTCM, Just Like That, Reynolds Young Coffee Funeral Home, Borealis Plastic Surgery, Brown Productions, Fox Radio, and Home Cafe. Please stay tuned for a program of popular holiday music. This is Freddie Filmer signing off for WOTP in New York City and wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas. Good night.
For all mankind, my dear, for all mankind, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all mankind.
How did opening night go for you?
Oh, opening night was great.
That was good.
Yeah, we had a nice crowd. They were appreciative. They, you know.
Are the actors pleased
Oh, yes,
with
yes,
the
they're very
outcome
happy,
of the show?
Yeah, they'd like to see a little bit bigger audiences, but you know, some of it is the word has to get out, and that's a little tough when we only have one more weekend. But some of it is it's December, and there is so much going on in town. I mean,
Yeah.
opening night we were trumped by Santa coming to town.
Oh, sure.
You know,
This is
Thanks
the
a lot,
busiest
Santa
time of the
Claus.
year as far as
Right.
entertainment goes.
right? There are just so many choices that.
How many more performances do you have?
So today at 3, Sunday, and then just Thursday through Sunday next.
So a
week.
total of how many?
7.
7 production. Wow, that's a lot of work for 7 performances, but well worth it though.
Yes. it is.
And I was just very impressed with the 4 new actors that have come to the Old Town Playhouse, and hopefully they're going to stick around and be in future productions.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I think they're having a good time. I think that they're, you know, enjoying it enough that they will come back. I know that both Chris and Alex, my George and Mary, are thinking about auditioning for Sound of Music. They both have great, beautiful singing voices, and they could easily be.
Now, which actors?
The 2 leads? I mean, Chris and Alex, the George and Mary. They both sing really well.
George and Mary, right. Oh boy, that will be interesting to see.
It will.
But he could be a great candidate for
Would
the
he be good
captain.
contract?
Oh, that'd be really, really great.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Jill, thank you very much for this view into this production that's currently playing here at the Old Town Playhouse, and I wish you well for the remainder of your run.
Thank you so much.